Hi, Chris Morris here with you with the first e-learning tip on getting to know your new school laptop. This session I'm taking you through a document on notebook computer know-how, and essentially we're talking about how to take good care of your notebook computer. It's probably going to be one of the most expensive items that you'll get as a school tool, and to that end we need to take very good care of it. One of the most important things is the first step here, keeping it cool. Because your notebook computer generates a fair bit of heat through the internal processor and the battery, etc., it always needs to be kept in a well-ventilated, cool environment. There's some grills and fans on the side of the notebook, so you need to ensure that the area around the notebook is kept clear, and it's really important to keep your notebook computer out of direct sunlight. The next thing is keeping your notebook clean. Now, the amount of people I see wiping their screen with their sleeve of their jumper is astonishing. That can actually scratch your screen and deteriorate the coating on the actual screen. So it's really important that you follow these tips in relation to cleaning your screen. The first thing is disconnect the power and the battery pack before you clean. Try not to touch or splatter liquids on the screen. The screen is fragile, and I've seen a number of these screens crack, so you need to be careful of that. Don't spray anything on the actual notebook screen. No window cleaner, Mr. Sheen, spray and wipe, nothing. Do not even use paper towels to clean it. They can actually leave scratches on your screen. Quite often you'll get marks or smudges on the screen, and you need to carefully wipe the screen with a very, very soft cloth. Sometimes you can buy the computer cleaning cloths, but make sure they're not the ones like the wet ones, because they will actually, as I said, ruin the contents of your screen. With the keyboard, it's really important to keep it dust-free, and once we get all the laptops distributed, I will have some laptop care kit to put in the library. So one of the good items to clean your keyboard is some compressed air. It just blows all the dust out between the keys, and that will keep it functioning nicely. It sounds obvious, but we'd appreciate that you don't drop your laptop. The laptop is essentially plastic, as you can see, and they don't react well to being dropped. That said, the actual hard disk is, as for you science buffs out there, has got a gravity sensor in it, so if it feels a drop in velocity, it will actually park the hard disk heads and turn the hard disk off prior to it hitting the ground, but I'm not sure how the laptop case will stand up on that impact. Because we don't want you to ruin your laptop, it's really important that you use the laptop on a firm surface like a table. Classroom table's a great spot to use your laptop. Try not to sit them on your laps. I know they're called laptops, but they generate a fair bit of heat, and it's not a pleasant working environment to have them sitting on your laps. Preparing your notebook computer for transport, we're constrained by 50-minute periods, and so quite often you'll be working on your laptop and then you'll have to shut it down and go to your next class. Now, the best way to do that is if you're working on a particular document, save it, remove any USB attachments such as your transportable hard disk or your USB drive. Make sure you safely eject those in the bottom right hand taskbar, and hit the power button. Now, hitting the power button will actually stand by your computer. The other way by doing that is simply just closing the lid, and that will put your computer on standby. It powers all the hard disk, etc. down, so that will ensure that you're not using your battery. Extending the lifetime of your battery is a really important one. Mobile computing is great, but it really does depend on the life of your battery, so it is of the utmost importance that when you take your laptop home, you charge it. Charge it every night, and so when you bring it to school the next day in your Targus carry bag, in your backpack, it's fully charged. It's an expectation of staff that you bring your laptop to school fully charged. So that's your job when you go home each evening, to ensure your laptop is fully charged. Transporting your notebook computer. Make sure before you carry it around the campus that you put your laptop in its protective carry bag, and obviously you've powered it down. Zip it up and carry it to your class as you would a normal textbook. Some general tips. Really important to keep all liquids away from your notebook computer. Quite often you see people having a cup of coffee, etc. near their notebook. I've seen it happen to a friend recently, and he spilled a whole cup of coffee all over the notebook computer, and essentially it wasn't able to be used after that. Keep food away from your laptop. You don't need to eat near your laptop. It's really and that's why we're asking you not to use your laptops out in the playground, etc. at lunchtime. We want food to be kept well away from your laptop. Try and have clean hands when you're using your laptop. As I said, they can get fairly dirty, and just wash your hands before you actually use it. Protecting the LCD monitor. When you shut down your notebook computer, it's really important that you don't have anything that could actually pierce the screen of your laptop, like a pencil, like your iPod headphones, like a thumbtack. That would be particularly bad. Just be really careful about that. So, I would recommend a minute before the end of the lesson, you power down your laptop, make sure that there's nothing between the screen and the actual keyboard, and close the lid. Pack it in your case and off you go. It's really important that you don't lift your laptop up by its screen. The screen is only held on by two fairly loose hinges, so you need to be really careful of that. The only way you pick your laptop up is by the base, and you should always have the screen closed generally when you do that. Don't pull on the power cord. The power cord can actually pull out the power socket that's attached to your laptop, and that can cause damage to the side of the laptop where it's plugged into. It's really important that you ensure that you plug in the correct items where they belong. Now you see on the top left hand corner of your laptop there's a small hole there, and you think, well, I'm just going to plug my blue cable out of my modem at home or my router at home straight into that. That's a bad move. That's actually a dial-up internet phone line. So you wouldn't plug your blue cable into that. You would plug it into the spot immediately to the left of the power cable. That is the LAN connection for your laptop. So if you are intending to connect to your router at home, that's where you plug it in. Likewise, it's really important that you ensure that any USB devices are securely plugged in. Again, there's always a right and wrong way of putting in the USB drive. Don't insert it too hard. It will actually break your USB drive if you try to insert that too hard. Really important not to expose your laptop to rapid fluctuations in temperature. Laptops don't like sitting in car boots, especially on a hot summer's day. So again, you just need to be aware of where you're actually taking your laptop. Our recommendation is you pack your laptop in your bag, into the Targus carry bag, into your backpack, you go straight home, you put it at home, and then if you need to go to the shops or whatever, then you can do that. Don't take it to the shops with you if you can help it at all. This has been the first e-learning tip on getting to know your new laptop. I hope you found the session useful, and by following these tips we hope that you'll enjoy many years of really fantastic computer use.